Hello, welcome. Introductions are stupid. I'm being greeted here with my friend Drake. Say hi. Moving on.
Oh, how to do it. Oh wow. Okay. Okay. Lovely start.
I don't know how to do intros, man. We're
Like,
going in like this.
It was just like pure depression.
Yeah.
Mentioning someone. Keep moving on. God, you sound like the people in the game now.
You know, meh.
Personal Journal of Euphemia McLaughlin.
What's
Assistant
what's your
Engineer
thoughts
at
on this
Imperial
update,
Exploration Company.
Shush.
It's been 5 weeks since we have left the familiar walls of Birmingham behind. Weeks of uncertainty, of struggle, of hope. And finally, we have reached the shores. We had 3 deaths so far. Or small price for progress, as IEC called it. I can only hope I am going to avoid their fate. They've claimed there was nothing to fear, that this whole journey of ours was just a precaution. But now, it feels like the weather is changing. And the winter seems inevitable.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen. We're playing some Frostpunk last autumn. I've already played a little bit. I have an idea of how this is gonna work out. And my guest is seeing this firsthand. I don't know, maybe. I don't really know. I don't care. I can't tell. Are you muted, Drake? Or you just vegging out?
A whole like a minute and a half's proper speech, and then I was like, wait a minute, I'm muted.
You just. Hi.
I was given like my whole 2 cents on it, and then I was just like, wait, I am talking, right?
I was just watching that cutscene, muted myself. I was like, yeah, this is cool.
Yeah, no, this is my first time seeing the game. I've refrained from watching anything on YouTube because I wanted to have like a fresh experience when I saw it.
I just saw the trailers. The only DLC I really took a look at was the Edge or Over the Cliff or something like that. I don't remember what it's called. I almost bought it, but I was like, I want to try out the last autumn because this one seems a lot more interesting because you actually build a generator.
Right.
You got, you know, your dockyards you can build and fishing ports. I was like, this seems fun. Might as well
No
give it a
question.
go.
I can't tell from here, but does that already say it's -10 degrees Celsius? Because if so,
no, it's plus 10. It's plus.
Okay,
10.
I'll say if it's negative, I shouldn't even see grass right now. Nor should
it's,
that water be water. It should be ice.
This is ocean water, Drake. It has salt in it and other crap. I'm sure. Have you tried freezing salt water, Drake? It's next to impossible.
Yeah, I know. My freezer, or my freezer was just not powerful enough.
I'm sure your freezer's almost -10, Drake.
I'm sure it's almost like +10 actually.
Positive
don't keep
10.
nothing cold. It don't keep nothing cold.
Is your fridge even powered?
That's a great question.
Oh yeah, when I was first playing this, like earlier today, I opened this up and I was like struggling because I was like, well, I can't build in here. Like, okay, so I gotta build them out here. Where I built the roads, but there's no roads. It's like, oh. and then I didn't even find the road button. I was struggling to find it just right next to the construction button.
See, that's because you're not used to like the whole PC controls. Because
No.
for your viewers, we are Xbox people. We started playing this on Xbox.
Yeah, I know. I started this on Xbox. Really, the only reason I got on PC was DLCs. And
That's the
my
only reason I'd wanna get it.
Xbox is it's reaching its days.
Now you got that season pass, so you got access to all the updates, didn't you?
No, I didn't get season pass because I thought season pass would come with the game itself and all the DLCs. It only came with DLCs, and I didn't have enough money to buy both season pass and the game.
Oh,
So
I gotcha.
I just bought this in the last autumn.
Alright, because I was saying, because it's like, I mean, that is a heck of a deal right there.
That's what I thought, and then I was actually looking at it, like, right before I bought it, I was like, is this really included? And it wasn't.
I gotcha. Well, I gotta say, you know, they kept the style is still pretty similar to what it looks like, you know, when you're not seeing green. I do like the way they went about with the green. It looks nice.
But it's another thing I noticed is that one of the encounters I got was people who were getting cold and sick. Like, you could tell that people are ill prepared for what's coming, because I didn't have all the houses built yet, like how I don't now. And people were getting cold and sick, and I had to build a medical post because of it.
So how far out can you even build? Because it looks like you're pretty limited.
You are pretty limited, yeah. I didn't play a whole lot, so I don't really know. But I got out to about in here, and just about here.
Gotcha.
Blah, blah, blah. Discontent will rise. Let them be. But definitely, I was getting to the point that my motivation was like really low, and so like efficiency of building the generator was just so crap. Like, it was a flat 0. It was just not getting done. I was like,
I gotcha.
So I think this time I'm gonna try and improve upon that. It's just going slow. I always hate, though, that it considers them homeless just because that tent doesn't have a road connector to it. Cause that's another of my issues, is that I had a lot of people get sick because almost none of them had homes, because I couldn't figure out the road thing. Like, I didn't figure out, like, this part right here. They had to connect it from this circle down to over here.
I gotcha.
And that's what kind of killed my people a little bit, is I just couldn't figure that out.
So when you're looking at the game, you know, what are your first impressions? What do you think of it?
Base game, it's very out of the ordinary, and I love how they executed it.
Right.
DLC, oh, okay, here this is. DLC, it was amazing. I love it, how far I got. There's so many kind of different things. I mean, you could definitely tell they pulled some stuff straight from base game. They didn't change it. But I mean, it's very small and not noticeable unless you're like me and you're really looking at it and you're like, oh yeah, that's base game.
Right.
But I mean, not like everyone's gonna sit there and really take a good look at it and be like, oh, they're pretty lazy on that.
Right.
But it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's definitely a lot different. Because when you actually get to the part of building the factory, it's a lot of people you need for it. Like, I thought starting out with 90 people was like, okay, that's not that bad. You know, that's pretty good. Because base game, you only start with, like, what, 80 or 70?
Yeah.
Somewhere around that.
Right.
And then you get to this, you got 90. It's like, well, you don't have to worry about gathering all these resources that much. And they're all, like, really centralized, like, all right in here for the most part until you know, these run out. you know, it's different.
Right.
It's good though. They took a twist on the whole idea of how this expansion would go. It's like most expansions for games, like in Fallout, it's usually once you've like finished that game, or you're later in the game, or like later in that, you know, timeline.
Right.
And then you look at this DLC, it's early, before that winter's even hit.
Right.
So, I mean, you also got new functions that I find pretty fun. Oh, this guy. Motivation will fall slightly, or discontent will rise. This one I kind of sat here and looked at, and I was like, I was questioning on what I could do. It's like, do this, your discontent rise, which is easy to get rid of. Very easy. But if you do this, you know, motivation will fall. And knowing how motivation goes later game, I think I will move him.
Right.
Even though I don't want to be that kind of guy, you know. You're a fucking engineer, these guys are workers, you're fine, live with it.
Right.
Because, I mean, like in base game, you know, winter set in and people are dying like nothing. You just survive with the fact that you're living with people that, you know, might not have as much knowledge as you. You got same house, you got people sitting there in coal mines mining, you got other people in infirmaries, you know, doing that. I mean, you take it for granted in dire times like that.
I just think it's cool to think that, like, you know, coming up with those kind of ideas realistically, like, you know, thinking of that kind of a generator idea.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
I mean, that's amazing. But now think about like this, though, modern day, if we could, you know, invent something like that, but, you know, we did it through nuclear fusion or something like that, you know. I mean, it's a lot more effective than coal. You don't have people mining for coal.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, nuclear fusion, you're going to keep getting your plutonium or uranium, whatever you're using for it. But it's going to last a lot longer than this coal. Which coal also, you know, runs for a long time. Also goes for,
right?
You know, when you find coal, it's, you know, I guess rubber workers or engineers work there. But, you know, you find coal, it's usually a pretty decent deposit. Like, I mean, in Britain, you still got coal miners mining after, like, centuries.
Which is crazy.
And then, you know, coal burns pretty high. It's enough to burn through steel with ease. You just gotta get it hot enough.
I gotcha.
I mean, I guess you just gotta look at it. What's the more economic benefit?
Right.
I feel like this is becoming much more of a podcast. But, you know, whatever. A bit of a podcast with gameplay.
Yeah. I don't know, the best approach is to, like, just kind of doing it.
Just doing it. Yeah, screw it. We'll start out with it. I'll need it anyway. Actually, no. What am I doing? I need to build this. Yeah, why not? And I still need to make a medical post. Still got somebody stake, and I'm just not worried about it. Sorry for your loss. I could probably take off 5 workers for that. Docks. No. Fortune quarters. I don't know what happened last time. I had people starving. because I didn't have food coming in. 'Cause it's kind of different in how you get food in here, because in this you don't start out with any way to harvest food. You just got the cookhouse, and that's what you start with. You have to actually start a research for food kind of quick, because there's two different ways you get food. You got your fishing dock, but in order to get a fishing dock, you need a research level 2, and then you get fishing harbors. So that's like out of the picture for a hot while. And then once you can, the fishing harbor itself is pretty expensive because it's a, you know, it's a harbor. It's expensive. So it's kind of difficult to sustain food for a while because you can get little bursts of it. Oh, motivation went down a lot. Gotta check. Camp in the dark clouds, among people, known to nowhere. This is what really get me, is motivation falls each morning.
Huh.
Considering a lot, raising motivation. Not now. I can't. I just signed a law that, you know, got us this. Grateful cunts. I just gotta wait the time out.
Sun's up. Get to work, people.
Yep. I do like it. Steam core is depleted. Yeah, that means more workers. 35 wood, I just realized what it costs, dude. Why not? You guys can be blessed with it over here. Now, one thing I'm admittedly kind of bad at in this game is spacing good. I'm horrendous at that.
Believe that.
I mean, especially here, like, you definitely gotta start worrying about it here, I noticed. What can I sign for you? Bear not, no. It's tempting to sign this, because motivation starts getting bad. It's burials, less treatment, bathe house. That's kind of difficult. That's a pretty good one. Yeah, screw it, we'll sign it.
Rules and regulations have changed.
Oh, I know how to please you, apparently.
Quitting time.
12 people hungry. I'm not sure why. We have plenty of rations.
Speaking of hungry, I just realized I got me a bag of Sour Patch Kids in my room.
Pass it over.
Alright.
Pass it through the
email to
mic.
you.
Mail it. You could just run to my house and just drop it off before the mail could.
I would freeze to death by the time I got there, honestly.
Oh, come on, I'm sure your bones would withstand it. Yeah, that's the word.
I'd say if you were gonna say the fat, try again.
Try again.
Honestly, you can have them. They're like super crunchy. They're not crunchy, they're just like hard. Or chewy, maybe?
Chewy. They're kind of gummy. They're Sour Patch Kids. They're basically gummies, but sour.
Yeah, but they're like... Sometimes they're a good chewy, and sometimes they're just too chewy. Right now, I'm like busting my jaw trying to eat one.
Oh, they're kind of that sticky chewy.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Ugh! God, that was hard to swallow.
Shut up. Okay.
Oh
This
boy.
is gonna be a long first video with nothing getting done with the generator. Oh well.
I'm telling you, man, that's the power of editing.
That's the power of editing.
Take a 4-hour video where about squat diddly happens and turn it into a 30-minute video.
I think I'm
mean,
definitely gonna do my one idea. Make like a vault channel of fully unedited videos, and then put the edited videos in the main channel.
I gotcha.
I will do that. I just gotta go set it up now. Make all the art for it.
Yeah. As soon as I get my editing stuff under control, I'll probably start pumping out some videos.
But I feel like Frostpunk is one of those games where you don't edit it, because there's like no good points that you can jump to. Because if you jump cut to, you know, where like there's those interactions, those whatever you want to call it, I forget what you call them. I mean, you see that part, and it's like, what? Because you get no context of what happened before that.
Right.
So I definitely feel like it's a game where you don't edit it and you just make it into separate videos.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say you do some mild editing for like when you know for a fact nothing's happened for at least like up to around like 10 minutes. Super mild.
Like when nothing's happened, you know. But I mean, it's just a game that you just leave. You record it, you just chop it up to smaller videos, and you just let it go. Cause I mean, we've almost approached on like probably almost 30 minutes now.
Yeah.
Alright, like come on, let's hurry up. Oh, that motivation falling's big hit.
There's work to be done.
Alright, this one. Skeptic. You overheard two workers arguing the reality of the global cooling. Really believe the end of the world. Rubbish. Me, I'm just here for the money. Done with it.
Fill it up with log still.
Turns you into the chooser.
Speaking of which, you know what's great?
What?
I have 57 hours in.
That's great. Motivation
Telling you, man.
fools.
That's the game. Get that YouTube channel going, do some media for them. Ooh, you're gonna be popping.
Do this because it says it'll rise. I feel like it's gonna rise more than what it would for something else. I don't know where I was going with that. Okay, we're just missing workers. Yes, we are. So steel is less important. I need 15. I'm stupid. Head out there. Frick. There we go. Okay. Steel power depleted. Oh, their stuff's getting depleted. That's great. Let's do some research then. Nothing for you guys to do, you're just here now.
The shift's over. Time to grab a bite.
I could set up a gathering pose, you guys just see your mine coal. Not like I'll need the coal. Well, I should say, not like I'll need the coal until later. Okay, you reached it. Search the area, there's nothing. Hunting grounds. Food, yes, go. Alright. Let's see, that's whatever day it is down. Day 5 down. And not much has happened, other than my motivation keeps falling. People aren't discontent though.
Time to get busy.
And we have yet to start on the generator. So I see, and yes. Come on, finish the harbor. Beautiful people. Harbor there, or harbor here. Harbor here kind of looks cool, but a harbor here even looks cooler. Let's be smart. Generator construction. I can't do that yet. Actually, why am I doing that now? I should probably get wood. Because I can't even harvest food right now. This is the point in the game where it became so slow. Because the purpose of these docks is once you choose a resource, a ship will come in, unload them. It's basically the coal thumper from base game. It's basically just that, except you could choose a resource it is. Telephone station, yes, I know. No other option but wood. Because you have these freighters come in, they'll take the resources, and then the resources get piled up somewhere wherever near.
I gotcha. I'll be honest with you, I haven't been looking at this like at all.
Yeah,
like the last.
I had an idea you weren't even paying attention, just listening.
Like I just now got back over to because I've been doing some other stuff. Did that boat just like sink?
That's the first time I actually looked at the ship leave. It just vanished.
I just see it just kind of like plop itself into the water, and then that was that.
It's the Flying Dutchman. Well, here's a crashed freighter.
Oh,
Look at that. I have no clue how you harvest it, but there's a way, I guess.
Steel. We provide quality equipment for your yard and yard-based accessories. Our chainsaws are one of a kind.
Our chainsaws are one of a kind.
I mean, am I wrong? No, they are though. They're also stupid expensive.
That's so stupid expensive. That thing. They probably are.
It appears you're low on materials, good sir. Matter of fact, I can't tell for sure, but I believe you have 0 food and 0 food.
I have 80 raw food, 0 rations. Because our cookhouse will cook jack.
Yeah. I remember when I first started on base game, always starting out, food would be like that problem, and then eventually what would happen is, I'd hit like this turning point, and I would go from having a food problem to having a food surplus.
That's how it always is. Like
there's no equilibrium. It's either too much or not enough.
Because it's always so hard to get that balance. Because once you... Because they take so many workers to work efficiently.
Right.
Because like each building in the base game was like 15 workers.
Sorry, I just can't get over that animation they make when they leave. That's hilarious.
I love how I never noticed that until you brought that up, and I was just staring at it disappearing. Because it shows them coming in and then vanish.
Now, can you get more than one of those docks, or?
If I really wanted to, I could build 3 docks.
Wow.
I mean, that in total would be 35 workers, but...
It's all for a good cause. The communist
that's a lie.
cause.
That's a total of 35 workers for 1 dock.
Oh.
Because they got 10 people working the actual dockyard, and another 15 people actually harvesting the resource.
Isn't that 25?
50.
That's my math is correct. That's 25.
You shut the hell up.
I was like, wait a minute. Where 35. Am I missing something
Listen,
here?
man, it's at 12 midnight, alright? I'm tired, I'm kind of ready for bed. I was watching
you get when you
Bob's
wait till-
Burgers. It was good. It was funny.
Well, that's what you get when you wait till 12 to record for YouTube.
Hey, man, a lot of YouTubers do it, and they're popular.
Yeah, I know. Markiplier in his one shit video that he uploaded at like 4 in the morning or something. I guess I remember from that. Oh my god, that was one of my favorite videos.
Like 3 silent gameplays of him pop rocks.
I gotta lay down for a minute. My back is about to like die.
I fell asleep in my chair, but
I can't believe you fell asleep in your chair.
I can fall asleep on hot concrete ground. I've done it before. I've done it in my room. It's very uncomfortable.
You can fall asleep in a pool of lava, probably.
No, because I'd be dead. I mean, yes.
My point being.
Technically, yes, I would be asleep, but no one would say I'd wake. No one would say I'd wake up from that sleep, but I technically would.
You know, that's one of the problems with the Nintendo Switch. If you don't have the actual little controller thingy, it is so easy to lose those damn Joy-Cons.
When did your Nintendo Switch just come up?
Well,
My
I'm sitting
Nintendo
here
Switch.
and I'm trying to find the controllers because I just accidentally stumbled upon one, and I was like, wait a minute, where's the other one? Yeah, I found him. I was like laying on it.
Oh, that is what I think it is.
Is it alcohol?
Cocaine pills.
Oh, it says okay.
I was like, is that really what I think it is? That's really what I think it is.
Wow.
Damn, they really went there.
What's it say it does besides what I actually know it does?
Their ability: use cocaine pills in a cookhouse to increase motivation. Low risk of death by overdose. That's a low risk, man. I'll take it.
Oh, that's messed up.
Okay, so we're just gonna get prostitution going.
I don't know how that's really much better, but you know what? Go for it.
There's no good decisions. It's either house pleasure or cocaine pills that are really good.
Didn't that say that was a chapel? A bathhouse? That seems like a good idea.
See, the issue with the bathhouse, it uses coal, and it's a radius thing. That's my issue, is the radius kind of thing, because you're kind of limited on your housing, which I probably could have fixed if I set my houses up different. I could have actually. I should have planned ahead a little more than what I did. But its radius is like so small.
Oh.
And that's also the issue with the chapel. Is that its radius is about big as a bathhouse, and it's fucking tiny.
See, that's one of my few problems I have with some games like this. Is like, you know, it's great when you got a radius. It's not great when you say it's like, oh, it's whatever's in the surrounding area, like whatever's touching it. Well, sometimes in Frostpunk, you only have a single building touching another building.
Oh yeah, that was my issue. When I signed off the bathhouse of chapel law, bathhouse is getting like 3 houses. The chapel is only reaching 2. It's like,
right,
come
I
on,
gotcha.
let's get this going. That's why I almost want to do like the house of pleasure, or I guess the cocaine pills. God, it says a low risk of death by overdose, but it's like, I feel like that's not gonna go well.
Well, let's see. When you're putting cocaine pills in your meals every day,
See, it doesn't say we put them in the meals. We just give them. It's just we could give the people cocaine pills with their breakfast to make them work harder. It doesn't say we put it in the meal. It says we just hand it them. Just, here you go. Here's your cocaine pills for the day, sir.
Oh. Oh god, can you imagine children getting their daily rations? Hey, you can have a cocaine pill,
God,
thank you!
I'm glad there's no children in this game.
Oh, is it really not?
No.
Not for this one?
No, it's just workers here, because they were just hired to go and build a generator.
Oh, okay, because I know in like regular Frostpunk, yeah, there's children.
Oh yeah, I usually sign that child labor, man. It's honestly useful. Sometimes I feel it's more useful than the other one.
Aha!
Which
What the
is
hell?
fucked, but so it doesn't say there's any negatives, so let's do it.
Here's the pleasure. The only negative is an STD.
I love how all the comments don't seem that positive about it. I love how this takes 5 more workers. God, I can't wait to see what the fuck is about to go on from that. It's gonna be horrendous.
Worker productivity has slowed down. They're all enjoying themselves too much.
They're all in the house of pleasure. Shit. This was not acquainted for.
The pleasure has now received the default upgrade and requires 45 workers. You must donate half of your workforce, no matter what.
Must donate half of your workforce. I kind of got my wood under control. We still got a decent amount of steel. Let's stockpile wood first. Come on, chaps.
Better get my Joy-Cons plugged back in. They're probably almost dead. Tell you what, from like 9 o'clock today, I was just playing on the Nintendo Switch trying to beat the Zelda game. And let me tell you, I underestimated. Zelda? Pain in the ass.
I know it is. Zelda's always been a difficult game for me.
Not easy.
I just see that.
Get up, people. There's work to be done.
Hey.
At the same time, you know,
I like it. Okay, we could start working on the generator.
Okay, I was like, wait a minute. How are you gonna build all this other stuff unless you can put it inside of that area? And I see you can.
I'm gonna do this because I'm gonna need more workers.
Well, boys, how about this? How about you go ahead and do one last big thing here, and then I'm gonna take my leave, and you can.
Yeah, you can.
Plop together another video.
Yeah, you can do that.
I'm just here for the first episode.
You're just here for the first episode. I'm just here to be here, guys. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here.
Alrighty, well, my name's Cozmic Burner, and I am the owner of Cosmoblub, the Discord.
Don't join
Have
it.
a wonderful day, and goodbye.
I'm gonna cut
Good
all
night,
that
and
out.
or good day. I know you are, you fucker.
Hey man, you didn't say anything that had to promote you, man.
Alright, I'm heading out.
Okay.
Have a good one.
Yeah.
If only this was the part where I could just actually disconnect from being a part of the video and still continue to talk to you. Gosh. Maybe I'll just like sit here for a little bit and just watch you play.
Alright.
Otherwise,
I guess just mute yourself. Just sit
yeah.
here, watch.
Eventually I'll just end up leaving, so see ya later.
Okay. Let's get this done. Yes, yes. We shall now succeed. Let's get another 10 workers and 1 more steam core. Nice. So we're going to need to build that. Another tent. We'll build it. Oh. About right there. That's not what I need. Come on. Put your back into it. Oh. I'm a fucking man-child.
Stow your tools.
Elemental food. You guys still hunting? Yes. We're still very slowly gathering resources. I'm gonna save that.
Get on up. Work's not gonna wait.
Excuse me. That's not the band I need. Yes, no, I can't hit anything, I'm struggling. Okay. Just gathering up wood and building stuff. Transport has arrived. Amazing. People working here. This is here. Safety concerns, sir. Few of our people are ill. Weird things, strange feelings on the shaft. Even worse, one of them passed out and fell from a scaffold. You can't ignore the health hazards any longer. From now on, seek the level of each work so you can monitor if it's the people who work there will get sick. If it's very low, they might get injured. Let us improve safety. Yeah, safety procedures.
New company rules are in place.
Procedures. Safe. Nice. Got patience? Damn right you do. Storage limit reached. Oh, that's new. Not really. Okay, is everywhere fully employed? I believe so. Now we wait.
Shift's over. Stow your tools.
Like to set up the shaft structure, and then call it quits there. Like to do that, finish up. But this is going slow, so it might not.
Rise and shine. We've got work to do.
How's yours after hours maintenance? Disconnect rise permanently. Ugh. Accident risk reduced. It's tempting. Dispensary. Treatment can have side effects. That does not sound good. Short shifts. This doesn't. We shorten the workday, generate 6 to 8 hours using short shifts with one motivation will rise slightly. I think I'll leave that. Confiscate the picture, just kind of rise slightly. Leave the picture. I feel like being a tyrant. Confiscate the picture. Nesting place. I can't read. We're still making stuff. Continue to make stuff. What do we have? We have 7 of those things already? Shoot, just make one. Buy this quicker. Research. Drawn boards. Research how to draw on boards.
Quitting time. Take a breather.
Now you fucks. There's some food, there's some food. I'll ask for more workers later. Nesting place. Search. Nothing. Sick. Lake full of fish. Bald Hill. Lake full of fish sounds pleasant. Like food. Food is pleasant. What am I talking about anymore? I should probably go to bed. Okay. One more day. We should have the starting of a generator.
Sun's up. Get to work.
Actually, I can already start making it. What am I doing? Oh, okay. Start making some, I guess? I don't know. But this seems like where I should leave off. I'm not gonna tell you leave a like because no one's gonna watch this. Please do subscribe and make me feel better.